Today we're going to talk about the neuron. I'm sure you all are excited to hear us. My name is Dakota Suiter.
I'm Tori. And I'm Savannah. We're going to kill it. I hope you enjoy our video.
You're probably not going to.
It's great.
So today we're going to learn about the basic structure of a neuron. Up here you can see that we have the dendrites, and the dendrites are the receptive regions of the neuron. And the signal is going to send from the dendrites into the cell body. And the cell body is composed of the nucleus, mitochondria, rough ER, ribosomes, all of those things. But we'll get more in depth into that later. The signal is going to send from the cell body into the axon. And as you can see that this is a myelinated neuron, and it's covered by the myelin sheath. The axon is impulse generators and conductors, and then the myelin sheath helps keep the signal in one spot so that the signal is not bouncing all around to other neurons. And then the signal will go into the synaptic terminals, where this is the site of communication between other neurons.
Synaptic knob. The synaptic knob is on the end of the synaptic terminals. When the information goes through the axon, through the synaptic terminals, it'll go through the synaptic knob to the postsynaptic knob. And so we have the synaptic vessel right here, and what's in that is the neurotransmitters such as acetylcholine, and it will travel through the presynaptic cell to the synaptic cleft and release. So in the synaptic cleft, there's things like neurotransmitters, potassium, sodium. And then in the postsynaptic cell, we'll have the receptors, which will allow in the amount of potassium and sodium that it needs.
The cell body contains many different organelles that have important jobs. The first most important organelle that we will look at in the cell body is the nucleus. The nucleus is the control center of the cell that contains the cell's DNA and regulates all processes in the cell. Now we will look at the mitochondria. The mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell that makes all of the energy the cell needs to carry out its function. The cytoplasm is a thick solution that fills each cell and is enclosed by the cell membrane. It contains cytosol, organelles, cytoskeleton, and various particles. The rough endoplasmic reticulum synthesizes, transports, and stores proteins. The walls of the endoplasmic reticulum are rough due to the attachment of ribosomes. Speaking of ribosomes, that is where protein synthesis occurs. Now we're going to talk about the telodendria. The telodendria are the tiny fine branches found at the distal end of a neuron's axon. So about right here. Next, I will mention the neurofibril nodes, also known as the nodes of Ranvier. Those are the gaps between the myelin bundles, and that's so right there. And that is where nerve impulses jump from one node to the next.